NCRP Productions proudly presents Mörk Borg, Pirate Borg, Rosae Osculum. Episode 5. The more I get of you, the stranger it feels.
Welcome back. My name is Mike and I will be your GM, and this session we are playing Mörk Borg, the pitch black metal apocalyptic RPG where the points don't matter and neither do your lives. Yeah. Let's go around and meet our survivors.
Hi, it's Sequoia, and I'm playing Crag. I came in kind of hot. I'm playing Crag Sally, and I'm a swashbuckling knife knave.
Hey, this is Barry. I am running Blevit. I am a Fanged deserter.
Hey everybody, it's Pedro. I'm running Bartholomew, Bilge, the Buccaneer. The Buccaneer.
Very different between musketeer
Very
and Buccaneer.
different. I need another drink, sorry.
What up, gamers? It's ya boy. It's John. Hi. I'll be running the cursed Skinwalker, George Clooney.
I love my life.
And that's what I've got.
All right, so let's just do a very brief recap for anybody who has not been listening and decided to listen on episode 5, I suppose. So, after fighting your way off of a pirate ship, you found a dead Leviathan. While trying to turn it into Central Perk, you were then attacked by seagulls, which you fought and nearly died. You headed to a nearby town of Brineskull. There, you were almost eaten, and you learned that a lot of the fish was missing out of the ocean. You offered the Leviathan meat instead of your own meat, and you were then offered treasures to do a few chores for these people. You were then attacked by a couple of goblins. You visited Kmart. You picked up some scrolls, and you chose not to get the hentai scroll. Your donkey lost a leg, and it was replaced with a peg leg.
Oh, and the tail, too.
Oh, so was the tail. Yes, thank you.
The peg leg
But
is
not
a
with the leg.
crowbar.
Yeah.
That was with a couple pieces of something.
Right.
Hair.
Hair.
It was hair.
You then made your way back over to the Leviathan. On the way, you found a giant disgusting thing called the Sequoia, where you were attacked by bandits and you ended up murdering Danny Trejo and company. And you gathered the meat from these people and the Sequoia egg sack. You then had a dick javelin throwing contest. You were attacked by venomous moths, and you found a Leviathan again, while seals were fighting a giant crab, and people from the nearby town of Saltstank tricked you into going to fight by yourself. You then ran into a small leech person coming out of the Leviathan's mouth who asked you if you were here to help them or to destroy their home. And that's where we are now. And I promise, if that sounds great, go back and listen. It's way dumber than you think it is.
Yeah. I'm going to answer. I'm going to say, this is an apartment complex, so there is room for your party and also our party to be inside of it. I mean, an apartment complex has multiple families or individuals dwelling within the same building. There's doors for everyone to go into.
All right, the point is that we didn't know you were. When did you move in? Because we're kind of the landlords of this place.
Oh, well, we've lived here for generations. This really is kind of our home.
Generations, you say?
Yes.
You realize you're talking to a 3-foot white leech person.
Yeah, so,
It has an outfit, right?
Yes, that little leech person is wearing almost like a pope's hat and a lot of gaudy jewelry and appears to be holding a strange staff of some sort.
I can tell from your wonderful attire that you are the leader of this entrevu and entourage. And I think that if we were able to go into the house with you, we could perhaps meet your other denizens and maybe strike a deal of where we get to keep the cafe.
Well, sure, yeah. My name is Primarch Glegnid IV. And yes, this is the lovely town of Leechburg, but you really need to answer the question. Are you here to help us, or are you trying to eat our home?
what do you need help with?
Yeah, what seems to be the problem?
Our house died.
Oh.
Well, sir. Or sir?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure how much experience you have with houses when they die, but when most of them die, they do decay and fall apart. I'd say that very soon you may find yourself homeless.
Additionally,
In point of fact, I would let you know that the house is probably rotting around you at this time. Mm-hmm. We were coming down to help with that. You'll notice, if you come out of your home, you'll notice that we were already doing some work on the front.
Yeah. So, I mean, those big things were already eating the sides. We heard somebody cutting into it. We heard somebody else cutting into it. So that was you doing that.
The second cutting. The first one actually was stabbing. They're quite different.
Yeah, we took care of that guy. We actually helped you
Right.
out. We took care of that guy.
Oh, that's great.
And the birds are gone too.
That
yes.
was us as well.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's fantastic. You killed all the birds?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
wow.
had a hand in that, and I'll wink and crack Sally, who just looked at me.
Wow, you are truly powerful people.
Yeah.
We are not to be trifled with.
I can tell. So, are you here to bring this place back to life, or?
How can I ask how many of your people are there?
Have you ever heard of an open plan living style? It's a house that's open on the
Open
inside.
floor plan is what she
Open.
meant.
It's got openings all over the walls and stuff.
They're like little windows.
Or large windows, like there's no wall, maybe. Like a large window between two parts of the. So it's like a long tube.
Okay, yeah. So the wall, yes, but open floor plan's great.
You take the meat out.
How many of them? How many are you?
That sounds like a really kind of pointed question. Like you're trying to figure out how big our army is.
No, what I'm trying to figure out is, well, this place, unfortunately, I don't think it can be brought back.
Oh, it certainly can.
Do you know how?
I mean, not me, but we have a mage type of guy who he says he can do it.
Okay, so
How many people were in Sledge Snob? The first one. Stink Stonk. Stink Skull.
Yeah, Stink Stonk.
You guys went to Brine Skull.
Brine Skull.
Right.
I'll write it
You
down.
Stonk.
I'll write it down.
You learned that there were about 30 people. You never actually visited Salt Stank.
Right. We know there's at least 3.
If there's
in
only
Salt Stank.
30 of you, could you live inside of a single body separately and then together would live in a whole? Like it's like a community or a family or a group of individuals.
Can you be a little bit more specific about what the hell you're talking about?
If I think I'm getting what you're saying, we might know of a town where you might be able to relocate.
I'm certain that you would be welcomed with open arms.
And mouths.
Yeah, in a good way.
Yeah, you crawl in them and then take them over and then.
Does your giant thing have a name? Did you guys have a name for this whole business?
We call it Leechburg.
Just Leechburg. Okay.
I think I vacationed there once.
My friends, sidebar if I might. And I'll give them the come hither this direction.
Pardon us, Primarch Denmark man.
One moment.
We're gonna figure out how to best help you.
Oh, yeah, sure, of course. He then closes the lips and goes inside.
So, if I'm understanding you correctly, we are looking at bringing the inhabitants of Leechburg back to Brine Skull and having them take over one of the bodies there.
I have
Honest.
two really good ideas. First idea is that we take all the meat and tell them that we're improving their homes so there's more airflow. Second idea is we put them inside the people of that town because they were really lame and weird, and then also we can bring them
So
food
that
too.
that is what we're speaking of.
Two options.
I was thinking that they could just overrun the town because there's a lot of. I'm guessing there's a lot of them.
That's so interesting. I was thinking that we would get them to go to the town, and then with the townsfolk, we'd kill all of them, and then maybe eat some of them with the meat, and then we're like really the heroes of
So,
the town.
point of fact, it seems like we're all on the same page. Yes, let's go back.
Can I make a roll to see how strong I think these leeches are?
Yeah, sure. Make a presence test.
It's a leech.
It's a 3-foot white leech.
What does
thing.
a 6 tell me?
A 6 tells you that this thing is roughly 3 foot tall, and it is white and leech-like.
So
And-
probably extremely strong.
And you could see that it was holding a staff of some sort.
It had arms?
Yeah.
Is that feet?
No.
No boots.
Well, I mean, like, okay, so we really have two choices. We either need to kill them all so we can take the meat, or we need to work with them to kill the town.
We may be able to simply convince them that their home is rotting and that they need to be relocated.
We could try that first.
We could try that first.
Yeah, I mean, well, should we? So we know about those asshats back there. Should we go see what these asshats are like?
Did you all not like the people in Brine Skull? I thought they were lovely.
Before we get into the brine skull, I did have a thought. Don't these things explode when the gas is built up? Aren't they going to pop at some point?
I don't believe so. I believe we have created enough airflow at this point that they won't.
Yeah, unless the bladder has holes in it, the gas will
bladder.
leak out slowly, but otherwise it might inflate. We don't really know.
The stinks.
Brian Skull?
No, the other one.
The salt stank.
Salt stink.
Salt
I actually have them written here as salt stankers because they ran from us.
Nice.
Good. They did leave us to fight. That was lame.
I didn't care for them.
They did leave us, so they are also kind of asshat. They're actually, that seems a little bit more asshatty. Although, I think the Brian Skull people, they knew about those goblins in there, so I think they were setting us
They
up.
were gonna eat us also. That was
Yeah.
bad.
Just
What-
while you guys are having this conversation, can I quickly have the three of you, Blevit, Bartholomew Village, and George Clooney, make a presence test, please?
17 for myself.
11 for me.
Was it 8?
Bartholomew, you can see that somebody is sneaking up on the donkey with a spear.
Oh boy. And so does it look like a leech or just a person?
Yeah, it looks like a person.
Okay. So I'll say, oh, sorry, 1 second. And I'll pull out my musket and I'm just gonna blam, just shoot at him.
Try to make your shot.
That's gonna be a 16.
Oh, yeah.
I need a 10. So.
Oh yeah, do it.
Okay. So 3. Let's see. So that's 5 damage.
You shoot somebody directly in the face, their head entirely explodes. They fall down to the ground, and you can see their rigid backpack also hit the ground.
Oh shit! Hey, it looks like some asshat, and I'll start like reloading, walking towards it. Looks like somebody was trying to get your donkey there.
We could bring the seals back to Brian Skull.
Those are more bodies. You're so
Circumvent the Leviathan entirely.
right. Yeah.
Maybe the,
I do need to take a moment to thank Bart for protecting my donkey. It was a wonderful shot. Thank you.
Thank
That's
you.
good.
Very-
Impressive.
We are friends with each other.
Yeah, thank you. I'd like to think so, and it's really.
Is
honestly
Bart
nice.
still walking over towards the donkey?
Yeah, I'm
'Cause
walking over.
I too shall walk to the
Because I
donkey.
want to walk and see what this guy is. This the guy who had the backpack with the weird stuff in it
Oh,
that ran
certainly.
away?
Oh, cool. I want
cool.
to know what's in that bag.
Oh, good guys.
Steam.
It's the asshat.
Yeah.
So I'll kick him over so he's on his stomach so I can get to the backpack, and then I guess see what's inside. So I'll open that bad boy up.
Bart, do you think possibly you want to make certain he's dead, or just
Oh, you're right. Blam! I'll just shoot him in the dome.
Yeah, his head was already gone, but you
Yeah.
shot the pile of red hair. that was
There we go.
left.
You're right. Thank you. You know, I'll reload.
That's a good call.
Yeah, that's a good.
Ripping open this backpack, you find a strange little like tank that has a lobster inside of it, and there appears to be a bunch of like weird pieces of paper floating around in the tank with the lobster.
I'll hold it up.
is the lobster alive as far
It's
as you
very
can tell?
alive.
I would like to cast a spell.
yeah.
Oh my!
I'm going to talk to this lobster.
Oh yes!
I'm going to attempt bestial speech. Presence check.
Now let's hope he's a beast, not a crustacean.
I get a -2 on presence, so that is an 11.
Okay.
Wait, you could omen it. You have one
I have
omen.
one omen for a reroll on this. Oh.
Very early in the
Yeah.
adventure, but it
It's
would be
very
really.
early in the adventure.
It would be
Okay.
funny to hear about.
Wait, do we refresh omens at the start of adventure, at the start of sessions, or days?
At the start of the day.
Days. Okay.
What time is it?
It's approaching nighttime. It's getting darker and darker.
You know what? I love fun.
Who's
Hey.
rolling that one?
Less.
Oh.
I couldn't make that's an 8.
We
I'm
hate
so sorry.
fun.
No, it's okay. You tried.
Ooh, fun.
I'm gonna erase my omen.
So you do get a like a weird feeling of loss from this
Aw.
lobster.
Maybe he was friends.
He loved this guy.
Looking at it, I believe it's possible that we are looking at a crude precursor to a magic 8-ball. I believe you shake the tank and the lobster grabs a piece of paper to give you the answer. Ask it a question.
Shake the tank.
Hey,
That lobster.
You need to ask the question too.
who is worse? Brine Skull is Brine Skull worse than Salt Stank? And I'll give him a little light shake because I don't want to hurt the guy. So I'll give him like a twirl so that he spins and then stop and see what happens.
Fantastic. Yeah, so you shake this lobster up in a tank, and what you can see is that the lobster bangs both of the sides multiple times, and then these small pieces of paper kind of swirl around, and the lobster flips over on its back, and then it struggles to get back up.
Wonderful idea.
I believe this is the reason why the lobster 8-ball didn't make it.
I'd like to investigate this a little further. I'd like to open the tank and grab a piece of paper out of it, if you'll allow me.
Yeah, sure. Here, I'll open it.
I
You
think that
grab.
breaks the magic, but please.
So I'll open and you grab quickly. Let's try not let this guy get.
I don't
out.
want this lobster.
So 3, 2, 1, go.
You reach in, you pull out one of these like folded pieces of paper that's all mushy.
I examine the paper.
You examine it, and you can see that very, very poorly spelt. This is a love letter to the lobster.
Oh,
Was the guy in? And I'll look at the dead guy. Can I rifle through his pockets? Does he have anything?
Yeah, you can definitely see that he has a very fancy quill and a little bit of paper and an ink pot, and he has a couple of sketches of him and a lobster kissing.
Wait a minute. These guys really do fuck fishes. Jesus Christ, this is a fish! Oh my God! And I'm gonna take him. We gotta release this guy back into the wild. How many times is this poor lobster? You poor thing. You poor soul. I'll look at the lobster. Does it look distraught?
It's on its back,
I mean, it's
right?
a lobster.
Yeah.
Not to be a contrarian, but that's technically a crustacean. Fish usually implies some kind of ichthyological item or being. A
You're right.
Actually,
No.
Sally is correct.
Crag, Sally, you are correct. We shouldn't release this. Let's have a meal.
We could also hold it hostage. Maybe others love lobster.
You're right, the fish fuckers.
So wait. Are we assuming then that the salt stinkers went through the lobster person by person, and Steen was just the current holder of the lobster? That this was
We need to look at the other letters.
this was the salt stink.
I'd like to reach in and
Doorknob?
grab a letter too.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
you reach in-
I think this poor sucker was just like this guy just caught this sucker and had an infatuation.
I don't think that it's worth living in a world where we don't believe in true love.
Is mine a love letter
You
also
got
from
20
Steen?
Yes, so you guys see that Craig Sally lifts it up and reaches in there, grabs another piece of paper, and it is also a love letter from Steen
The
to
water's
the lobster.
dirtier now.
Yeah.
Right, and the question would be at this point
Yeah.
whether or not the water in there is full of just disintegrated pulped paper
I will lick my hand. Does it taste like paper?
or love.
Or love? Ooh, I don't want to say
Tastes
love.
like salt water, paper, and then something making it saltier.
Oh,
love.
There's cum in this water.
That's love.
There's lots of semen in this seawater.
Oh my God!
You guys my line. You guys
That's my line.
Fine, this water's really salty.
oh boy, howdy! I don't know.
All right, so it is cloudy then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe we shouldn't eat this guy.
This is a semen lobster.
Okay, you know what? I think
I'm
we should.
certain that this is something we would eat. I mean, it's much like a Domino's pizza.
We don't have to eat.
Just covered in cum.
It's fully loaded.
Ah, thank you. There we go. There we go. Anyway, no, we don't have to eat this. This is for the frickin' Brian Scully. They can eat the weird lobster. They won't know. We won't have to tell them.
That is a very funny prank. And if you know anything about my career, I am a prankster on set. So therefore, I am
Really?
ruined this. Yes.
George, I did not know that.
Absolutely. The ocean sets? Oh, me and Brad Pitt, we had a wonderful time.
I love learning.
I remember watching that behind the scenes. It was very compelling.
There's a part of me that really wants to cross the trademark, and knowing is half the battle.
Yep.
But we won't do that here.
I really love that you guys are just standing on the beach, just covered in guts and busted up crab and a big
Oh,
dead
the
rotting
crab.
fish.
Oh yeah, that's right. Look back and see.
I'd like to harvest some crab.
Yeah, we should probably spend some
The
time.
leech guys. We gotta deal with the leech.
We gotta talk
The
to the
leech-
leech. But I think that it is a valid point that honestly we may have enough meat from all of this.
I think we can.
mess.
I think we should help the leechmen, but I don't think we need to necessarily steal their home.
I think they look different than me, and I therefore don't trust them, and I hate them.
Understood, Mr. Clooney, and your word is law. Let's kill them.
Yeah, I mean, if Mr. Clooney says we have to kill them, we
We're gonna
have
kill
to
them,
kill
even
them.
if we don't really
So,
want
are
to.
you guys helping us, or what's
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on?
we were
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about how.
Still in discussion. So
Oh, okay, yeah,
We
sure.
could just,
Primark, we shall be with you in a moment.
All right, thanks.
we could just sew the lips shut. They would die.
So here's the thing. You were onto something before, Sally. That thing could be filled with flammable gas. So really, we might just now, mind you, that's kind of dangerous because we got to get the fire in there. But like, maybe if we step back a little ways, I don't know, I could fire into the mouth when he opens up. It might cause some fire.
We could put some lard in the mouth. And
We
then
could.
That would
Oh,
be very
If we
flammable.
put some gunpowder, I could put some gunpowder up near the mouth. We go back.
We're under the belief that the gas would be flammable, yes?
Yeah, that's my guess.
I just so happen to have a magnesium strip.
Well, that's all we need right there. But the problem is somebody has to rip that magnesium strip, right?
Simply to cut out the outer corrosion. Once exposed to moisture, it lights on fire. And
You're right. We could just kind of.
Just hand it to them and say, "Open this."
This is a gift.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
I believe we should approach it from shyness.
Shine.
Yeah.
This will awaken.
Because currently you'll notice it has
home.
a white powder on the surface.
Wait,
It would normally be a little shiny.
I might know some of the anatomy of this thing. I've been around the sea for a while. Could I make a test being a Buccaneer and being that I'd been on the sea, so I might know what portion to bring it for the bladder?
Where
to
the
be most
Leviathan's
exploding?
air bladder is?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Make a presence test. Fuck it. Who cares?
Aha! 13.
A 13.
General
okay.
is fine.
Yeah,
The
what's
back
anatomy?
end.
So you would know that it is closer towards the back end. You would actually have to get through the intestines. You know that the stomach of this creature is incredibly large. They often swallow ships.
Wow. Oh yeah, I forgot how.
Remember,
just
it's
how big
huge.
This thing
Yeah.
is.
Remember, it is across the peninsula.
So here's what we could do. We have plenty of time. We give them this. We put it on something. We say, when you get to this spot, pull this off. It reacts. We're already in salt state.
Now, Bart, knowing that you, with this knowledge that you have of the sea and of its life, do you believe that this would be full of explosive gas?
I believe so. Can I make a roll to see if
No.
I
don't think it
believe
would be?
so.
I
believe that this thing is decaying, that it is filling with a gas, and it has an air bladder.
Greenhouse. Global warming.
Global warming. Yeah, that was something that happened. We don't gotta worry about that anymore.
Yeah,
All the
it is.
I forgot about the blood coughs
Yes.
and the birds, and I kick a dead bird over like they're everywhere.
I thought I had heard that global warming was because of cows, but you're saying it was Leviathan.
What's
Well, I
a
think the
Leviathan but a cow of the sea?
See, the thing
So
is
true.
Leviathans were the unknown killer of the planet. They were down low. We didn't realize it was coming up.
I did see Mr. Al Gore's TED Talk on the Leviathan methane
It
gas
was a very
exposure
interesting
and
TED
the
Talk.
effects it had on the atmosphere, and then that's why maybe in part.
Yeah,
why
very
they-
good.
So while you guys are doing this, Primarch Glegnid, reopens the lips. You can see that now he has a few more with him. And they go,
Okay, so I think it's time for you guys to either make a decision or to get the fuck away from our house.
Yeah, so we think we have a way that you can bring your Leviathan back.
Your
it's
home.
Gonna, yeah, your home. Sorry. What you're gonna have to do is take, and I'll hold out
Yeah,
my hand,
I will pass him the strip.
and I'll say, this. Okay, it's magic. What you do is it's a magic kind of restarter. You have to travel though. It needs to be by the bladder, by the air bladder near the back. That reaction, when you get there, you pull this strip, it releases the magic, and it will go from the back and shoot forth. And your home will reignite, and you will be able to.
To be clear, what you need to do is actually buff the white here. It'll show a nice shiny silver,
That.
possibly with steel wool, a small rock.
If you do that, this thing will light up, and it'll be back alive.
I'm gonna start putting seals into the cart.
Oh yeah, I'd like to help with that. Gathering up crab meat and things and throwing
Yeah.
it into the...
Off in the
Actually,
distance.
we should get the crab would make it surf and turf. I believe we should.
off in the distance, you do see that seal holding a sword in its mouth, staring at you as you're taking away the meat.
A seal or seal?
Seal. Yes. A
seal.
Seal.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Unless it approaches, I continue moving.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, that's fine. So you say that all to Primarch Glegnid, and he looks at you and goes,
So you need us to go into the intestines?
Yes, if you do that, it will work.
Okay, so I'll tell you what. There's a reason that we actually haven't brought this thing back to life. It's because that's where our mage person lives, and none of us will go in there.
Oh, that's interesting.
Would you be willing to do it for us?
I could probably do it and set some kind of jar.
However, may I suggest that the jump starter strip maybe returns to my person until we're done with that?
We would need that back to do this. I think we could, Mr.
I do sense a classic call for adventure.
Yeah, Crag Sally, what do you think? Should we make quick work of this?
On our way through, should we bring the donkey?
I would prefer to take my donkey with me everywhere I go.
I would be concerned at his safety looking over at the seal. And then, of
everybody
course,
wants a piece of this
Steen's attempt.
It's the healthiest thing around.
Yeah. And it's missing a tail and a leg.
I think that Dwayne The Rock Johnson was in a movie called Journey to the Center of the Earth, and
He was in the sequel. Brendan Fraser was in the first.
You know, actually, you're right. That's a fun little.
just sort of like that. That would be cool.
It's a good thing we have George with us.
That'd be legit. Let's do it.
Wait, was George Clooney in that?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but it's a good thing we have George Clooney with us. Like, it's just
He
in
was
general.
the sailboat that they.
I was the sailboat in that movie.
It was a real method.
All right, keep in mind, he is a giraffeologist. He could have been the sailboat.
That's true.
Was he a giraffeologist pre-epoch?
We all wear masks.
I'm gonna give you a chip for that one.
Yeah, I would like to also give you a chip for that one.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, journey into Leechburg.
Yeah, so we'll take the
Journey to the center of the Leviathan.
I'm interested in meeting this mage. Maybe magic leeches, or, you know.
Wait, no. He didn't say the leeches were magic. He said the magician was magic.
Oh, maybe the
you know.
We will journey to your mage, and then also perhaps on the way there's wares we could peruse. We could peruse the
Maybe
wares.
there's a reward involved.
Yes.
Oh, certainly. If you bring this back to life, yes. If you bring the avatar of the Great Mother back to life for us, yeah, we will absolutely give you any treasure that you need.
You're not gonna like eat us once we're inside, of course. I mean, there's like a.
People keep trying to do that.
Yeah, we've been.
I've been told I'm tasty.
We truly have no interest in eating humanoids.
What do you eat?
Mostly seaweed, algae, and kind of like the discarded remnants of the avatar of the Great Mother.
You know, that's refreshing to not have somebody wanting to eat us.
What I know about leeches of the smaller variety, pardon of which are a very large prim dark, is that they be drinking the bloods of stuffs and they suck it out with their teeth.
Yeah, are you calling me a leech?
Your town is called Leechburg.
Okay, now look, it was given that name by racists a long time ago.
What
Lynchburg.
What would you call thyself?
I would call myself Primarch Glegnick.
You're all Primarch Glogniks?
No.
Glogniks Primus?
We are the children of the avatar of the Great Mother.
Now, this is interesting, but we should probably get moving.
Wait a minute.
I see the inside of your mouth.
Sure.
You can see that it opens its mouth, and it is very circular, and it has just like these rows and rows of
Lamprey.
teeth.
Yeah,
It's essentially a lamprey, yeah.
That don't look like no grass eater.
Very, very tough grass.
His eyes look very shifty
Oh,
back
yeah.
and forth.
I hope these people who try to eat us.
They're gonna try to eat us.
Well, no, they said
It
they're
has not been
animals.
good for anyone that's tried to eat us so far.
That's
So
a good point.
It's true.
And if they do try to eat us, then we do get to kill someone who looks different than us.
As,
That's the covenant that Mr. Clooney holds dear.
That's the one I have my hand for.
are you still working for that Emmy?
I don't think you're gonna get it.
It was an Academy Award.
I won an Emmy for ER.
That was such a good show.
there was, I watched some. It was one of those shows where I would walk by and then be like, I'm not interested, and then realize 20 minutes later
like,
I've been standing
I
there.
want to kiss George Clooney.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
15, 16 times.
Maybe like 20
Honey.
kisses.
Honey, who is that man on the TV there?
Oh, well, that's the guy who played Goose in Top Gun.
That was not George Clooney.
Not George Clooney.
No, Mark Anthony, I think is his name.
No, it's Edwards.
Mark Green.
Was Goose handsome?
He was a fox, for
Did
the
he have
record.
mustache?
He had the mustache.
That was...
Okay, let's bring it back.
What are we talking about?
Top Gun. What? Okay.
Anthony Edwards. His name was Anthony Edwards.
Sorry,
you.
every once in a while we have
his
delusional moments where
character
we
was
all
more
talk about our
funny.
past and then we come back.
Yeah.
So, oh wait, that's right. Guys, you know, we did it again. We should come back. We're
Fugue
reminiscing.
state lips.
Yeah, we're reminiscing.
I miss YouTube.
We're all like holding our hands out in front of us, like we're holding phones, and then we're like, oh wait, what was I? Wait, gun. That's right. Okay, we should go. We should go.
A quest with some people for these.
Yeah, it's quest.
So, Primarch,
Fanged
if you
worms.
would, you'll give us directions to the mage.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're gonna have to come right through the center of our town. And I think you're really gonna like it.
Can you guarantee free passage for my friend here? And I'll pull my donkey up and say, this creature is very important to me.
It's really important that both you know and the donkey knows that he will not be dying.
You should touch the donkey softly and let it smell your hands. Let it trust you.
Is it gonna bite me?
I don't think so.
I do not believe that leech is on its diet.
No.
Primarch
Nor
Glegnid
Borre.
reaches out to touch this donkey, trying to almost like pass off like a holy aura of some sort, and you see that the donkey looks like it's gonna go to bite his hand, and then the donkey's lower jaw just falls off entirely, and its tongue is just flapping about.
That's fine.
George is that normal?
I think that happens at a certain age, right? Like it just happens to donkeys. It's the lower jaw.
I'm gonna.
It's like Rottweilers and like
I'm gonna-
having degenerative discs. And
Right,
stuff.
Rottweilers.
Yeah.
Because rot is part of the name.
Yeah, it's rot.
I'm taking off my shoelace, and I'm gonna roll up the donkey's tongue, and then put a little bow so it's not flapping.
Would,
It has "Please kill me" eyes. It's had "Please kill me" eyes
This entire time.
That's why I wanted to know. You're not dying, donkey.
Not today.
Not
You
today.
guys are like devils to this donkey. You just won't let it die.
We're like
I pat the donkey on the head and I say, "Good boy, good boy."
we're like toddlers who don't know our own strength.
To quote an amazing online series, it died a long time ago, and we're its eternal punishment.
Yes.
That's Charlie the Unicorn.
So despite the
again, a
donkey's
YouTube reference.
yes, despite the
Oh,
donkey's
right.
attempt to bite Primarch Glegnid, it is not able to do that, and he therefore is able to pet the donkey and not get bitten. He says,
Yeah, sure. You can definitely bring your food in if you need to.
Fantastic. Great.
I
We'll need to
believe
bring-
onwards and upwards.
We'll need to bring this cart with
Inwards.
us as well. It's full of meat. We need this to be safe. This is all simple things that I think we can request.
We're not
Yeah, sure,
taking
of
the
course.
meat into the magician.
I fear that if we don't bring it into the...
I agree. I'm just
yes.
making certain
Can we
we're not
park
bringing
the
on the
cart
entire journey.
On the
Yeah, no,
interior of the
sir.
lips.
Yeah, sure. You can bring it inside, but we're not gonna lift that giant thing up. You guys have to do that.
No, that's fine, Primarch. Do you have like an inn that we could just like rent a room at and keep it there for a little bit?
I'll be honest. I'm not sure that it's gonna make it down the pharynx.
Okay, so maybe what? Well, here's
Park
the thing.
it by the-
I'm an outdoorsman. I've been outdoors for a while. I could probably hide it with some clever bushes and branches.
If you're willing to lift it, you can just put it here inside of the mouth.
Yeah, that's
Let's
actually
do that.
pretty good. Yeah, let's do that. No one's probably gonna come look in the mouth. They're gonna.
No.
Okay.
so he then says,
Okay. All right. Well, then I guess we'll see you in town. You kind of only have the one direction to follow. So
Just down the hole.
yeah, just down the big hole. And when you reach the town, you'll be there. See you then.
and he disappears down the gullet.
Just slides down.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
Does he go, wee?
Yeah, but it's more like
I got Pedro, yeah.
For that bike, doing it.
Alright, inward we go. Onward and inward, right?
I'm a child. I'm sorry. If you jingled keys in front of me, it would have done the same thing.
I am just hoping the donkey will be fine. I say we trap it.
Inside the mouth.
Yes.
I'm 100%
The donkey and
the donkey and the food. We
Yep.
put them both
The
here.
cart.
A donkey will be fine. It's a survivor.
I can use some rope and tie it.
Tie
down,
him.
make
Tie
make sure.
the donkey.
It's like trying to
Oh,
hang
I
it.
can hobble.
Could we hang it from that? I'm assuming on its side the epiglottis is hanging.
I mean, you guys are not inside of the mouth yet.
We
go in the mouth.
Let's
Yeah.
go into the mouth.
Yeah, we'll go into the mouth.
We go
All
into
right.
the
So
mouth.
a few of you lift up the lip of this thing.
I light my lantern. Yeah.
Okay. You light your lantern. You lift up the lip of this thing. It reeks. This is horrible. This is like if a rotting fish shit out a rotting fish and then ate it and then shit it out again. That's how bad it smells.
I feel like we've been here before.
I
do
say, Keel, could you come help me out, please? And so Keel, being covered in seaweed, squeaks out of my beard and goes and kind of acts as a mustache because he smells much better than this place, like the sea. And so then
just
he
jams a rat
Yeah.
arm under up each nostril.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
I'm gonna put lard in my nose and I'll offer my jar.
I got the rat, but thank you.
I put 2 fingers in.
That might negatively affect my complexion. I really appreciate it, Sally, but currently I only have the red nose, the scarring, and all this. I don't have a pimple.
If you want, Mr. Clooney, I do have scab too. Despite the name, he does smell pretty good.
I have an exquisite perfume worth 25 silver.
Oh, that's right!
I, for everybody, with some of the lard, I mix it together with some perfume, and I give it to everybody to put on their upper lips.
Wonderful.
Keel, thank you for your help, but you can go and I'll put some under Keel's nose,
You can
nose
have
too.
some for all your rats. I love
You
them
bathe
too.
the rat in lard.
They're all
larded.
lined up, even the newbies on my shoulder, and Delilah's going with the handful, and everybody's taking a little bit, putting it under their nose, even the newbies. And, just so you know, flogging, him being the bad boy, resists at first, like, I'm gonna go through this, but then, Delilah assures him that, this doesn't make you stronger, and he, resists, but then he does. He's like, you know what, you're right.
Character growth for
Yeah.
flogging.
I know, it's
Seriously.
good, it's good. He's been...
You're making us care about these rats that I'm definitely gonna murder.
I know, it's great. Have fun. I love them all.
Okay, so who is holding lips open while who is lifting up the cart?
I will hold lips open.
Me too.
Okay, fantastic. Then that
I have
means...
a +1 in strength, so if you guys want me to as well.
We do
I have a
to lift the cart
plus
up.
4
Yeah,
in
I'll lift
strength.
the cart. You have a what?
+4 in strength.
What the
Damn, that's
fuck?
strong.
Jesus.
What?
You are a brick house.
That's why you just keep stabbing everybody.
Yeah.
So,
wrong.
who is
So
lifting the
wrong.
cart?
I will. Well, Greg's only can do it herself, but
I'll do whatever y'all want me to.
Okay, I'll lift a lip because everybody else is jumping to the cart.
Okay, fantastic. So, you're lifting the cart, Blevit, and Craig Sally's lifting the cart?
No, lip.
They're on lip duty.
Yeah, we're on lip. You guys
Sally
on
and
cart.
Bart are on lip.
Okay, those of you who are
Blevit
lifting the
fine.
cart, I need a strength roll, please.
I am completely confused, but I guess I should put my
I
hands
think
on
we're
the
We're
cart.
cartmen.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Yeah.
You and
So
I
we
are.
are.
I too am now a cart.
That's smart because you should really be holding up the majority of the
I
lip.
have rolled a nat 1.
Fantastic.
I did a little better. I have a 9.
Okay, that's great. So, George Clooney, you go to lift this side of the cart, and both of your arms just get ripped off of you entirely. Blood starts squirting out of both sides of your body. Blevit, you pick it up and immediately see that happen and drop it. Your friend is bleeding at the moment.
I'm gonna drop the lip and say, Mr. Clooney, oh my god! And I'm gonna go try and sew his arms back to save his arms.
I have this under control.
Okay,
I have this under control. If I can maintain consciousness for one painful round, I can
Jurassic.
shapeshift.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I was like, Mr. Clooney, do you need help? Do you have this?
This is only a flesh wound. I've got this, and I'd like to desperately cling to consciousness and shapeshift into the my Giraffalisk form.
Absolutely, yeah. So missing 2 arms,
Yes.
flailing about on the ground, screaming. You then begin to see all this hair, like just jutting out of George Clooney's face. His neck gets slightly longer. These horns and ears come sticking up. 2 tiny little baby arms come shooting out of his side, and then they grow into like weird, spindly Giraffalisk arms that are just flailing about, and it looks incredibly painful. But George Clooney is no longer dead. So,
It's odd how the screaming went down as he started changing.
I think I'm okay, everybody.
I love that you sound the same, Mr. I love that you sound the same, Mr. Clooney. Oh my god.
His 2 arms are on the ground, and you can see that the fingers are still wiggling about.
Oh no, we can't let anybody have these. I'll drop the lip and go and grab them up.
Bart, wait. There is something about reabsorbing George?
I think I should probably eat those.
Yeah, no. Here, I wanted to give them to you. Make sure nobody else has them.
In fact, honestly, I think it'd be I know we don't have a ton of time, but I think it would be really great team building if we all ate of my flesh.
If you want,
I've been waiting for you to say that.
I do have a mess kit, and I do have some spices left.
Honestly, if I know that we gotta get in this place, but if we could take like an hour to cook this food on a campfire or something and just eat my arms,
I could do that. It wouldn't be that hard, and it would be a nice moment.
it'd be beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Mike, can we please eat my arms?
Eat the arm.
Yeah, sure.
Yay!
Yeah.
So everyone imagine a nice montage of me breaking out a little Spitfire, and I'm taking time to marinate the arms and while I'm preparing everything else.
There has to be some kind of a, religious feel to it because we are partaking of his
Of
food.
course, yeah.
It's called you.
The Eucharist.
So it's Yuka George.
Yuka George.
If anybody asks, I'll tell you, but you see me pull out of like a bag, like a handful of these like beetles of different colors, and I'll take out a few of the white ones and kind of mash them and throw them in. No, they're garlic beetles. They taste just like garlic. It's great. It's wonderful. I'll take some onion beetles and throw them in. Onion worms and throw them in there, and kind of mash them up. It's a marinade. No, don't worry. The worm will cook off. I know what you're thinking. Worm has a very distinct, strong taste. It actually cooks off. It's nice. And I'll start spinning the spit, and I'll make a nice meal.
I'm just picturing like quack, 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 quack,
And then basically, I want you to imagine like kind of like just like circular cuts of the arm.
Yeah.
Like
really?
nice.
Circular cuts, and I was thinking more like, what was it called in the Avengers?
Like shawarma.
Shawarma.
Ah,
Yeah.
I
we
like
just shave off.
Shawarma has the word arm in it.
Shawarma.
Shawarma. Okay, you're right. I was doing, you're right. And then I turn it upright and I slice off pieces into, and I had some bread beetles that I made into a little light bread.
You're stretching this beetle. Yeah, bread beetles. What the fuck does that
fine.
mean?
You had breadfruit.
Fine, I had breadfruit. Thank you. You happy, hun? The point is,
You
I
could
make
have
a nice
sweet bread
shawarma
from
meal.
the seals.
There you go, sweet bread from the seals.
Okay.
The point is, I make a nice shawarma for everybody out of his arms.
Fantastic. So yeah, you guys set up a little campfire outside of this dead Leviathan.
I can't wait till the worm's like, are you coming?
Yeah.
Are you
And
coming?
we're just like,
You guys, have a beautiful little montage of making a campfire, creating a nice little shawarma out of George Clooney's arms.
hell yeah.
And when the meal is ready, and I have been healing, because I am technically the life and death lizard form of a cursed Skinwalker, I do regenerate hit points each round.
Nice.
So once I've healed and it's dinner time, I would like to painfully convert myself back into George Clooney and see if I still have arms.
And the dinner bell is your painful screams. And it says, hey, dinner's ready. And I'll serve up the shawarma, and everybody will have a nice meal.
Is that how it happens, Mike?
Yeah, that's exactly how it happens. As you're going to take your first bite, you hear the loud tolling of a bell, and you feel the ground shake.
Oh.
As I rolled a 1 on my D4 as midnight hit.
What?
Oh.
Thingy.
Oh, that's broken.
Yeah.
Yes, you feel the ground shake. You see off in the distance large cracks forming in the ground as just huge swarms of locusts and wasps and insects come flying out and start circling
That's
around
actually biblical.
the entire peninsula.
And what is the psalm?
This psalm is 2:1. As at the beginning, so at the end, all manner of fly and wasp shall fill the air.
We should go into the Leviathan now.
Yeah, it's getting a little loud and disgusting out here. with
At the
bugs.
beginning, as at the beginning, as at the end.
As at the beginning, so at the end, all manner of fly and wasp shall fill the air. And with that, the third seal has broken. 4 left until the world ends.
Not very many.
Stupendous.
My
So-
concern is I don't think we're going to get everything finished.
Well, says
should hurry
you. Yeah, let's carry on.
Yeah, the world's going to hell, but I mean, I'm not gonna let that ruin this meal, so I'll finish.
We imbibe of Clooney.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we imbibe.
George Clooney, you turn back into George Clooney and you realize, no, your arms are gone.
My arms are still gone.
You
everybody.
probably could have reattached them, but you ate them instead.
That's pretty funny.
You live and you learn.
That
You know
is
what?
pretty funny.
I might end up just being a giraffeologist for a while, guys. You might have to introduce me again and just assure people that yes, I am still me.
It is just a mask, as you've
Yeah.
kindly
Yeah.
reminded us often. I wouldn't think of you any differently.
I guess maybe I could cut my own face off, turn into the lizard, and put my face onto my lizard form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
All right,
we
we're-
should probably keep doing
And
things
with
again.
that, I'm going to go ahead and just push on through this.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
are you going to try again to put the cart inside?
Yes, I
Yes.
think now that we've eaten
Maybe
our
I'll
meal-
help this time.
I can't really help very much. I have no arms.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so-
So I will.
Wait a minute. I thought you were going to switch back into the form that did have small arms.
I had normal arms. Well,
I'm like a lizard sort of. I'm a lizard giraffe creature. So I don't have like arms proper.
you can use your head to prop up the lip, and then I could push the cart.
Like a Flintstones jack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. Clooney, I'll help you from the other side. We'll make sure this we
Okay.
can make this work.
Just screaming in absolute pain,
So,
George Clooney, armless George Clooney, turns back into a giraffe
I am
skeleton.
now in giraffe.
And you see the mouth open as the three of you, I'm not going to make you make another roll, lift up the cart and shove it into the mouth.
Fabulous.
You pick up the donkey and also throw it inside, and you all climb into the mouth of the Leviathan.
Bitchin'.
Did anyone remember to bring light?
Yeah, I got it right here. My lantern's
Perfect.
lit.
I believe that's the way we're going.
You find yourselves in a dark, moist, meaty cave of constant, like almost like a wind blowing past you, almost as if gas is constantly escaping toward you.
Yummy.
As you can look down this passageway, you have the one torch lit, and you can see that there are these small puddles kind of everywhere. They appear to be like really, really deep divots that are filled with water, but it's pretty much a straight shot down this.
Okay, so we should be careful. I'm gonna keep an eye on the flame. If it starts going big, I might have to cut it because we don't want to set off this baby a little too soon. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on it. I'll be the canary for this one. Blood cough.
Yes, you all begin coughing blood again.
And do I cough out of B as well because they were everywhere?
Yes. So you begin making your way down this passage. As you can see these tiny little puddles, not tiny, these large puddles, you can see that they're moving quite a bit. Almost as if something is watching you from them. Are you going to interact with these puddles?
Yeah, but if I see it look like it's watching me, I'm gonna go over to it with my gun and my lantern and kind of like reach over it and see what I can see.
A large, like, sharp-toothed, one-eyed fish person, not fish person, like giant fish thing, leaps out of this puddle and tries to latch onto your arm. Go ahead and make a defense roll, please.
Well, this is horseshit. I expected something cool and interesting and
Fuck you,
fun.
DM. We're interacting with your world.
I don't play Mörk Borg for deathy things. I played for fun shenanigans with like, god damn it, that's a... What do I have to roll?
A 12.
Defense.
No, I
Defense.
mean like what, defense?
Yeah, it's agility.
Ah, thank you. So, well, 4 + 2 is 6, so yeah, take that, Mike.
Fantastic. With that, this disgusting fang-toothed fish latches onto your arm, and you take a full 1 damage.
Oh, guess what? I have some armor, so... Blah, too.
It latches onto your armor.
Get it, boys! Boys, get it! And I'll have the... They'll start...
All the rats come down with little toothpicks and
Yeah.
start peeling
Yeah.
away
Little
at it.
tiny pig stickers, little baby pig stickers, and they'll start fighting it, but it's not probably doing much.
As you move your torch around, you can see that just like hundreds of these giant eyes are watching you from puddles all the way down this corridor.
I'm confused. How did the
Prim dong ding dong.
how did the Primarch make it down there?
Okay, are you really gonna ask this question while it's attached to me? You're
Perhaps.
so calm! You're so calm right now, this thing is killing me!
Oh, I remember this from pirate training.
I did give a good training.
We have to parlay with the fish.
Ah, very good.
I hate this fucking family.
I'll lean towards them. Pardon me. It is of the highest of times for the parlay to be forsoothεν. We must band together as brothers in the war against.
Yeah, as you're talking, your breath touching this puddle kind of shakes a little bit, and two of them leap out at you. Go ahead and make 2 defense rolls.
2 defense rolls.
All right, so it's a 6.
Again, fantastic. One latches on your face.
And a 2.
Another one latches onto also your face, which is very fun. You are then going to take 4 from one and 1 from the other. I know that your armor fixes that a little bit.
So I soaked. What was the first one?
4.
Well, okay, 1.
Fine. They don't bite onto your face. They bite onto your armor. You fucking dick. You guys are the worst. Why can't I kill you? This is Mörk Borg.
Why won't you die?
Why won't you die?
They are not
The dog is like,
interested.
I feel like a lot of GMs on this podcast ask that about our players.
They
Why can't we
would.
kill you?
Yeah.
They would not like to parlay, as it turns out.
Yeah, I fucking know that! As I'm like flailing, trying to
I think we should just run as fast as we can down.
Yeah, so these things keep leaping at you from puddles. You guys are all able to like dodge under them. You're running and sliding, doing like super cool moves. You're running up the sides
Yeah,
of the,
yeah,
of
that's
the,
what I was
of the
picturing.
walls.
Like me.
You're doing like weird like Diddy Kong racing flips and shit
Yeah,
the entire
360.
time.
I would say as they're launching at me, my rats are doing a good job at fighting them off, I hope.
Yeah, sure. They're stabbing
Yeah.
with their toothpicks,
Yeah.
doing their thing.
They're training. Delilah's getting them ready.
And the Giraffesculus is running on all 4 legs, jumping from puddle to puddle. It's an awesome action sequence that I'm not going to keep describing.
Fill in the blanks, folks.
Exactly. You eventually reach an area where you can see that it begins to become a little bit more light, and you're starting to hear a little bit of noise. Also, the smell becomes a lot less rotten and a lot more
Fishy.
acrid, I would say.
Sour.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
sour. You hear a bubbling off in the distance, almost as if something is happening in front of you.
I'll look at my flame. Is it starting to get bigger?
Nope, not at all.
Okay, good. Then that's fine.
They're cooking soup down there.
Or the stummy.
Does-
That's the stomach.
what? Oh.
I'm sorry, the tum-tum?
Yeah, there you go.
The belly-belly?
Tum-tum
The
is something
belly
I
welly.
understand.
Okay.
Fantastic.
The baby.
The belly.
Right. You continue down this passageway, just like listening to this get louder and louder and louder. You eventually reach the point where this passageway opens up. And you can see that you are looking out onto what is essentially a pathway leading around a large acid lake. There is like a 30-foot straight drop down on this passage. This passage is about 5 foot wide, leading all the way around here. On the far side, you can see that there does appear to be a small town made up of like the ends of ships and things like that.
Leechburg, probably.
I think that's Leechburg over there on the other side of the belly.
I think that might be Leechburg.
I think it's Leechburg.
You know what? If I had to be, I'm a betting
Who
man.
am I to argue with the rest of the group?
I think
Be
that's
Leechburg.
I think that's Leechburg.
Tally ho.
So I'll quickly take out my knife and like carve Leechburg and then like an arrow that way. So you know, for future travelers.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
We begin our journey across the scary, rickety, facet pits.
Yeah, fantastic. So moving your way around essentially what is the stomach of this thing, you're looking down and you can see that like there are halves of ships down in the stomach of this sticking out. They're like catching fire as you're walking by them. Bubbles keep coming up and like bursting. You can see that like the acid flies up, comes shooting by your face. It is terrible, it is terrifying, and it is disgusting.
Yeah. It's
You-
gross.
You walk for, I'd say, about an hour around
God
the edge
damn.
of this thing's
That's a
stomach.
big tummy.
How many miles is that?
Long enough.
3 would be
15.
the
The
actual
average
answer.
person will walk like
Like
2
3
or 3
miles
miles
an
an hour.
However,
Yeah,
we're
that sounds
probably
about
not
right.
simply. One does not simply walk
4
into
miles
the belly of a
of tummy.
Leviathan. I'm
Well, see,
assuming we're holding onto the sides.
Yeah, you're walking
Periodically, there's a rumble and it's
along rickety little bridges that are going from like little outcropping of flesh to another outcropping of flesh. This is a terrifying and disgusting walk.
See, I played Elden Ring, so I think I could make it to each of the ships in enough time to not melt. So let's do that. Your face.
Alright. I was like,
You
well.
have to deal with the Scarlet Rot.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. You know, that's it. You know, as long as you just wait, it just takes time.
I didn't play this game.
It's a really
Me
good game.
neither.
Anyway, yeah, we should go the slow way.
So an hour later, we have
An hour later, you have reached this little town. You can see that there's about 20 intricate little houses made of bones, mucus, driftwood, shipwrecks, things like that. You can see that there are quite a few people that appear to be like cultivating seaweed and stuff.
Okay, good for them.
these
They
are
weren't
all
totally
leeches. Yeah, this is a proper community here. You do see one area that, again, appears to be a large church of some sort that is made out of like half of a frigate that is standing straight up in the air. It does have decorations all over it, and also just mucus and slime hanging off of it everywhere. As you continue into this town, you do notice that there is one human walking around there.
Oh shit!
Wait, what the hell? And I'll just say, hey, you, pal.
Buddy!
What's that samesies? What are you doing here?
So, pointing to that person, he just smiles, like turns to you, smiles, happily gives you a wave and goes, "Hey, welcome! It's nice to have another one of us here."
Oh, wait. How long have you been here?
Oh, I've been here for a few days now. You know, I came here, from one of the nearby towns, and, you know, these people are just so lovely. They just let me in. It's great.
Are you from
town?
Yeah, Salt Sink or Brine Skull?
How many
We
heads
saw
you
a sign
got?
that said both.
I'm from Salt Stank. Yeah.
I
Name's Eric.
Thank
What's your
goodness
name?
you're not from Brian Skull. Those people are terrible. We hate them.
Yeah, they're pretty awful.
Fish humpers.
Yeah, I've heard that they have sex with squids and that they're demons.
Oh yeah, squid humping.
Yeah, or lobsters. They'll
Lobsters.
look off into the distance.
Lobsters are fine though. We're cool with lobsters.
I have no opinion about lobsters, one way or the other.
Tight.
Well, your name's Ryan?
My name's Eric.
Is that a lot of people?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if that was a power move or not. Okay, Ryan.
Eric Gosling.
No relation.
Oh, Mr. Gosling, it's nice to meet you. I'm Bartholomew.
I actually directed a movie with your brother, I think. What was it called again? Let me look at my list.
No country for old men.
So are you here to join the lovely community?
Well, we're here to go kind of talk to, there's a sorcerer kind of, or wizard stopping this from coming back to life or something.
We're on a
Clear, Eric. We are here to re-engage the life of the Leviathan.
Oh, hey, that's great. Yeah, that would be fantastic. I would love to not live in a big rotting dead fish.
Why have you remained in the big rotting dead fish, Eric?
Well, you see, we have this. It's kind of a thing back in town where some of us have to go out and we have to go fight the mist monster, quote unquote. But really, it's just a couple of us go out and kill that person, and then we get to eat them.
Rumspringer.
Yeah, it's kind of like a rumspringer. Yeah.
I was actually thinking snipe hunt, but that works.
Yeah.
Same diff.
I mean, the most dangerous game in general.
Television.
Television.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, so do you know anything about this wizard guy farther in, close to the stomach?
So yeah, I've heard a little bit about Bulrock, but I'm not quite sure that I know. I think he lives in the poo or something.
Oh, we have not been told.
Are you heading to the poo?
We're heading to the poo.
I guess we're heading to the poo. I mean,
Oh. Well, hey, you know, great on you. You guys are doing a great job. Thank you so much for joining our small community here. You can see that there are a bunch of the leeches who are like walking by, like give them a pat on the back. Like they seem to really have just accepted this person.
They like it.
Yeah.
They may not eat us.
This might be a good place.
Yeah, I'll tell you, if you want to drop by the church, that's where I've been working. Like we worship the Great Mother here, and truly, she's fantastic. I'll tell you, both towns had it wrong. We've got it right here.
how are the schools?
Oh, yeah, we have a couple of really, really great schools here.
Funding's good for the school.
Yeah. Funding's really good. We always have cross guards standing outside and everything. It's really
good,
great.
That's
Yeah.
good. Cross guards are an underappreciated, branch
What's the
of
literacy
the school.
rate?
0.
Well, I mean, that's better than the average.
Yeah. Most people are negative literate.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting. Most people see words and they just attack you.
Right.
To be clear, we're speaking of being nil-literate.
Nil literate.
Yes, nil
nice.
literate. Yes.
Nice.
Just being
Fantastic.
certain.
No letter.
I would like to see the church.
Yeah, I think would you mind showing us the church?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. I can show you the church. He walks you guys around. It's not even that far of a walk. This isn't that big of a town. You see that this is a large, like essentially the largest pirate ship you can imagine turned up on its end. The bow sticking straight up. You only see about half of it though. And there appears to be all these decorations of squid fish person hybrids kind of all over this thing. He walks you inside. You can see that the inside is, there are these like beautiful wooden benches. You can also see that it appears to be decorated with some kind of flesh or something.
Wait, is that the same? Is it the same symbol as?
No, that was a
right?
fish. Okay.
Well, but you said that squid-like creature, wasn't it? A squid-like creature
This
there
is a
too?
fish squid humanoid.
Okay.
But it's different from the covered sculpture that
Yeah,
was in Rome.
that
That's
was.
what I'm- that's
but
what
let's,
I'm wondering.
It's
hold on.
similar.
It's similar,
I'm
okay.
connecting some dots. So Eric said that they hump squids in Brimskull.
Uh-huh.
Brimskull says that they hump fishes in Skull Stink. Stank Skull, Stank Skin.
And you're believing that then the progeny from both is what's created this god.
I think it's an interesting coincidence that we now have a squid fish man. I think that must mean something.
Wait a minute.
I don't know what. I'm leaving it to Mr. Clooney as the
So-
brains of this operation.
Remember, he
And-
is a giraffe skullist right now.
He's the face, he's the brains. What else is there? The heart.
No, there's
No, that's
nothing.
That's it,
plenty.
yeah.
Face and brain.
Face and brains.
Face.
That's all the person is.
Wait, did I say base and frames? I
Yeah,
think I did.
yeah.
I think I did. That's
Hey,
very
have
nice.
another margarita, Pedro.
I think I will. Actually, should I, huh?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I got permission, everybody. Okay.
Muchas gracias.
I'm the shrew who holds the fun. No, suffer.
So yeah, looking around in this church, you have all made some really, really good connections here. That over in Brian School they worship a fish person. Over in Salt Stank they worship a squid person. Here they worship a fish squid person.
There's some kind of dots. That
And I think that we can all agree, and I lean away from Eric, who I will be calling Ryan, because I do like that power move.
Yeah, sure.
But I will lean over to my party and say, and we can all agree that all these gods are most likely dead.
yeah, I think that's. Are you like just putting your head down by that?
I just put my head down near you. Yes.
Oh, Duga is certainly real.
Oh,
Oh, what was the last one called? Can I do memory?
He
tag?
was the same.
Dugon was the one. Oh,
It has
calls,
been Dugon.
He calls this squid fish man Dugon?
This is Duga.
Duga. Well, do get me a drink. Eric.
Mr. Clooney, you
Thank
slay.
you.
That's great. He hands you kidney juice.
Ooh, kidney juice.
Yes.
What does that
I
taste
have
like?
no hands. I put my lips around the glass
Just
and I lean my head back and I'm going to consume this beverage.
Yeah. It's pee.
Oh, cool.
oh, yeah, kidney juice.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
it makes sense. It's,
Okay. Interesting. What should we ask this individual about this Dugon and about Dugon? Do we need more intel about
What's the name of the false squid god? Fig human. Squid human.
Now you see, I used to follow that back when I thought that Dugon was the real one, but no,
Dugon.
Dugon.
it's definitely Duga, the Great Mother. She is the answer to all things. She is the one who keeps us alive, except that she let her avatar die, I suppose. But you know,
But that's
I'm
usually for a
alive.
reason. That's a reason. The Avatar usually reads it. You know, that's
Right,
for-
right.
That makes sense,
Yeah.
yeah. Wow, that's really interesting.
And we saw something large moving in the water, right? When we were on was that the
boat?
seals?
We did see something underwater that we fucked off from pretty quickly.
We did indeed fuck off.
Yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of monsters and shit. Yeah.
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 Hey Eric, were you on a boat a little while ago in the bay with a lamp?
Nope.
Okay, just checking.
Wait a minute. And
No,
then
I
I'll
left-
kind of like take a side to Blevit and say, "Do you think this is one of the guys we are looking for?"
I was considering that myself, except that he was from Brian Skull, and Eric admits that he is from Salt Stank.
Shit, I'm mixing the places up.
I'm always here to keep you straight.
Thank you. And then Delilah is gonna slap me and offer me a tiny cup of water because I'm like, thank you.
Yeah, the acid fumes are really starting to get to you at this point.
Wow, we're certainly learning a lot about this region's religious beliefs.
Yeah, this is fascinating.
Eric, are you aware of how long the Godmother has been here beached?
Well, I've been here like 3 or 4 days, and I think that the Avatar got here, I don't know, a day or two before me. I was just kind of out trying to fish, got attacked by some weird seal thing, and I ran in here to hide.
Yeah, we always seen those.
Those things are still out there. They're terrible.
Yeah, I think they're actually eating our home now.
I accidentally even got one of them sword. That was a bad mistake.
Wow, that sounds like a really not good thing to do. You're arming them.
I was trying to kill them.
Are you going to
and
give
then
it a gun next?
Well, I sure hope not. Bessie really is my best friend. I take that back. I don't want to name Bessie. I can think of something better.
Eric, the temple here to Duga, the ex-Flying Dutchman we're in, as far as you know, it was here before you came here?
Oh, absolutely.
Is there an elder that we could speak with about the history of the Great Mother?
Well, yeah, so Primarch Glegnid, there's really no, this is like more of a religious collective. We don't really have anybody who's in charge. Primarch Glegnid would probably be the one that you could discuss this with. Also Bulric, he's that wizard who lives in the poo. That he might be able to help you. I don't know.
But guys, we're here for a reason. We're here to, help. So we should.
I'm interested in talking to Bullitt. Plus, what he just said makes me think this is some hippy-dippy bullshit. George Clooney don't fucking play that shit.
And you know what? Ever since being around George Clooney, I also don't play with that bullshit.
I hate bullshit.
So let's go into look at this Leviathan shit.
Let's go talk to this guy and his shit so we can see if it's bullshit or regular Leviathan shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you guys are about to leave this place and Eric is kind of waving you goodbye, you see that another one of these little leech things comes in. It's very green tinted and it has like barnacles all over it. It appears to be like twitching and it's holding like, how do I describe this? A green phallic shaped object? That appears to be all kind of like spiky. Its eyes are just like spinning in its head.
The creature, the phallic thing's eyes.
The creature's eyes. The phallic thing has no eyes.
Wait, is my phallic thing not supposed to have eyes?
Yeah, wait a minute. I am
Supposed to have one.
I believe it's a sea cucumber. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, you see Eric go, Aces, get out of here.
Aces. What the fuck is in Ace's hands, Eric?
Look, he found a thing that makes him feel real funny, and he's been trying to sell it to people. Just,
I would like to leave now. I don't want to be here anymore. I feel like I need an adult, and I'm scared.
This fucking, we get out of this hippie commune where they're trying to sell us improvised fucking dildos. I don't feel good about this world.
Okay, we're burning this place to the ground. Dildos are the line, I realize.
you see he takes a bite of this green salad.
Oh,
thing.
thank God, it's food! And I put my hands between my legs and I'm heavy breathing. It's food! And thank God! Thank the two-headed serpent, it's food!
I stand my earlier comment. I believe it's a sea cucumber.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Thank God.
Absolutely. Would you
Oh my
any
God.
interest in it?
Fucking eyes!
I would.
Everyone at home needs to know Mike is
I
cross-eyed
would
right
like
now.
to. Yeah, that was impressive. Oh, look at it go. Like a Siamese cat.
So, look, I'll give you one of these if you got something to barter.
What is it for? Is it just food? This is important.
What do you want?
All my rats are looking like really distraught. Like, is it food?
Eric leans over to you and goes, it's drugs.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many of whatever do you want?
What do you have to offer?
I have a silver.
I have a silver.
He takes a real close inspection of it. He grabs it. He bites it. You can see that he actually takes a little piece out of it, and he shoves it into his mouth and goes, do you have any more of that?
If you give me some of that, I'll give you another one.
I
He
strongly
breaks off
suspect if you
some.
show it to him, you'll have two.
Okay, so then I'll give him one more, my final silver, and I'm like, what do I do?
He eats the silver, and he goes, yeah, just do that. Just eat it.
I'll look at you guys and say, do I
gonna take a piece of it off and toast you with it.
I say, well, you know, I haven't done drugs in a little while.
I look at George.
Just like
It
Cabo.
must be a pirate thing.
Yeah, it's a to the code.
Spring break.
And
Spring break, and we'll eat
Yeah,
it.
well,
you two eat
Did you just say
this.
spring break?
Yeah, we'll eat the dildo plant.
You eat the hallucinogenic sea cucumber. But yeah, that's fantastic. While you watch this person eat your silver.
his silver.
Yeah, my sword.
Right.
Oh yeah, I gotta mark that down.
Eric goes, "Oh, wow. I wouldn't have done that, but
I'm gonna look at him and be like, wait, why?
wow, that was brave of you. That's some pretty hardcore stuff."
Wait a minute, like I'm
Hey, I hope you have a nice day, though.
Wait, what do you mean? I thought this was like a brownie or something. Like I've done that back when I was younger. Like they were just brownies, right? Like it hasn't gotten stronger.
Well, maybe we'll be lucky and we'll be able to deal with this quest before that all kicks in.
Yeah, maybe we should head to the wizard right now. We got maybe about like 10 to 30 minutes before this.
Oh yeah,
kicks in.
you got about 2 or 3 minutes. You should be good.
Okay.
We should-
The
I
four
think
of
it's
you.
really important to everybody to know that Mike, your eye thing is killing me.
It's good. It's good.
Because I'm so used to people doing the voice thing to make it amazing, but it's rare that I see the eye thing and it's fucking great. Okay.
Next level, bud.
Do you hear that? I'm an amazing GM. I'm the best.
Yes, Mike. Cheers to you.
Thank you.
Mike is also 6'7" and very handsome and very strong.
I'm so hot.
He looks like the main character from The Last Kingdom, which is a Netflix Viking show.
That's true.
Yeah.
I do look
Yeah.
like Uhtred Ragnarsson.
Yeah.
Everybody should know that and codify it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Definitely, yeah. Thanks for telling me that I'm really hot, guys.
Search that
I'm
up
actually
in
4'6" and super fat.
What is he? Nobody knows what an enigma.
Please send in your votes on what you think Mike actually looks like.
Fan drawings.
Drawings of Mike. What do you think Mike looks like? Please let us know.
Just so you know, we're getting a George Clooney.
We'll pick the top 3 best drawings.
So the four of you go sprinting out of this church.
Yes, to-
running straight toward. You can see at the very, very end of the town. It almost appears as if the wall kind of shrinks in and creates like a little bit of a hole that is sucked in on itself.
Like
It's
a
all wrinkly, almost like a
sphincter?
puckered lips or
I'm
something.
gonna say, does everybody see the giant ass in the wall? The asshole in the wall. Or am I tripping? I'm just running.
It's real, baby. I think we can get through this.
I think I had this dream once. I'm sorry, honey. Was that too much?
Lines
Not
been
yet.
crossed.
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay, but I'm getting close. I can see your face.
I'm just afraid of where this is going.
We know where this is going. It's only one direction through the intestinal system.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're going in the out.
Maybe we'll do a time skip.
We can do a time skip.
I'm just concerned if we have
And
to
we're now
use
outside.
We might have to use up all the lard. To slip.
So as you're sprinting, you do see that George Clooney, the draft class, is reaching into the boot full of lard and starts rubbing it all over himself.
Oh no, Mr. Clooney! Well, actually, you would be the best one. You're the biggest of us all.
Well, I have
And the most
giraffe.
aerodynamic.
Yeah, you have the
So,
point.
the neck, and that'll kind of like stretch it across.
Wait, should we all get behind you in a
Yes.
line?
Yes. I think that we should use my giraffe body as some sort of dildo to open the inner sphincter of this giant Leviathan wide enough while I'm lubricated with lard. This is the fucking world you've created for us, Mike.
You did this, Mike!
You did this, Mike.
You made us fuck this Leviathan!
I was a good man.
I was a Christian before this!
I could have been a contender.
Hear that? Play Mörk Borg and ruin your fucking life.
I never drank before this game.
We can tell.
Mike, does our proposed course of action seem reasonable, and
He's-
will it work?
He's lubed enough, I would think.
I am a giraffe.
So can you just give me just another real brief breakdown of exactly what you're doing.
Okay.
Tapered giraffe.
Tapered giraffe neck.
Yeah, no flared base, and loop.
Yeah.
I fucking.
And what are you running and just like diving into it?
Well, I'm going to I'd like to have my head coated. And with all of you behind, you kind of help me push through this. I'll stiffen my neck.
Yeah, the initial opening, and we just have to make it behind him so that we can force through.
Like a daisy chain.
Yeah, like a daisy chain.
As you guys are discussing this, and you see George Clooney is lubing himself up, one of these leeches like walks up like carrying like a large pile of trash and just kind of like tickles the opening ever so slightly. It
That's
opens and he
worse.
just shoves a bunch of,
Look how quickly we're going
trash
through
in
this
there.
one.
I guess we never thought about foreplay.
And that is the lesson that this whole game was working towards.
That is the
You
lesson.
can't forget about
You
it.
can't
You
forget
can't
foreplay.
forget about the importance.
And that'll close our game out.
No, let's get you into the butt first.
Spring break.
Well,
Sex
as everyone else does, I too shall yell spring break.
Yeah, hot girl summer.
Yeah,
Hot girls.
yeah.
Let's go.
We're girl bossing our way through this sphincter.
We are girl boss. Go wait.
I'm Yas queening all over the place.
Yeah, slay and wig.
Me and my rats are cruising.
So yeah, we will tickle it. We tickle it.
With the.
I thought George was already leaping.
Are we tickling it with like? Are we going up and tickling it, or is Mr.
While
Clooney
we
doing
were
it with his
planning,
head?
the guy tickled it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow suit and tickle it.
So George Clooney like takes a running leap to go straight into this. As Crag Sally leans over and just like kind of tickles it a little bit, you can see that the opening it
It's an
opens.
iris.
It dilates.
Yes,
yeah.
it dilates.
It relaxes.
Yes, and George Clooney, the draft clothes goes flying straight through. George Clooney, you're in a
It
dark,
worked.
stinky area.
Well, I mean, it does. It's a really nice, like, foreplay positive moment. Good job, guys.
There's a part of me that wants to say it can't get much worse.
Oh, it
Don't say that.
We might not have had the Lord.
Ew!
And so you can see that the sphincter begins to close. What do the three of you do?
Tickle it again and let's go.
We should go in.
It's great in here, guys. It's wonderful.
Stinky and dark. This is
Yeah,
fucking horse.
We had
Ridiculous.
we had our way down the sphincter.
So, tickling the sphincter a little bit, the three of you slide into it.
Entrez-vous.
Does anyone light a torch?
Well, I
It's
have my
already been
lantern. I
lit.
have my lantern.
Fantastic. So you have your lantern, you hold it out, and the place that you are in actually smells worse than the rest of the world somehow.
Okay, so it did
even
get
worse than
worse.
where you just were.
It's
You
gonna
can-
be so nice when we leave here. It's gonna smell so good.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're doing. Like, we're seeing what the worst is, so that we can enjoy the lesser.
The ground in this cave is coated with a sticky substance. So are the walls, and actually off to the side, you do see that there appears to be a tower of piled up brown material that it has many, many windows inside of it with light shining out of it. And standing at the very top, you see a very well-dressed leech person standing
Oh, he's
on
just
the
right
top,
inside. Okay.
raising his hands to the sky and screaming, "Welcome!" And that's where we're going to end our session.
We've penetrated the defenses.
I'm so sorry. I think that last time we did a horniness check. Can we
Oh,
do
no,
it?
no.
I was hoping that every game we could end with Caesar who's horny, but
Tune in next week as NCRP Productions presents Episode 6, A Light Hits the Gloom on the Grave. Thank you for joining us on another NCRP Productions podcast. We couldn't do this without you, so please like and subscribe everywhere we're found, including YouTube, Facebook, Anchor, Google, Apple, Spotify, and other great podcast sites. If you'd like to help us continue making more content, we'd love to have your support on our Patreon. And if you have any feedback for us, please feel free to comment on our podcasts or email us directly at ncrpproductions@gmail.com. That's ncrpproductions@gmail.com. And we'd like to give a special shout out to our current patrons, MD Parker 4, Chef Francis, Crowman 76, Loading Madcat, M. Coling, November Stevenson, and Rosix 13. Thank you all. We truly, truly appreciate it.